Welcome to this week's look at the state of the New York City real estate market, where I take a look at the luxury market, the Manhattan market, and the Brooklyn market. I do it because I want you to be informed. It never hurts when you're a consumer to be informed. So let's take a look at the luxury market in Manhattan for the week of January 17th to the 23rd. There were 27 contracts signed. That is 2 more than the previous week. These were all properties that were priced at $4 million and above. Condos outsold co-ops 16 to 10, and there was 1 townhouse in the mix. For the number 1 contract for last week, there were actually 2 that tied for first place. One was a penthouse in Greenwich Village. The other was a very large apartment at 200 Amsterdam Avenue. They were both asking $21.5 million. So let's start with those. Penthouse 2 at 160 West 12th Street, which is in a complex called the Greenwich Lane. It is in prime Greenwich Village, West Village, kind of straddles the border there. It is the site of the former St. Vincent's Hospital. Anecdotally, I've sold several apartments in that complex, specifically at 160 West 12th Street. So I'm excited to be reporting on this particular sale. So Penthouse 2 is a duplex condo. It has 3,900 square feet of living space, including 3 bedrooms, a library, 3.5 bathrooms, a terrace, and floor-to-ceiling casement windows. Downstairs is a living room, dining room, eat-in kitchen, and a powder room. Upstairs is a library and 3 bedrooms. The master suite and library open onto almost 1,100 square foot terrace. Again, as I said, this unit is in the Greenwich Lane. This is a prime complex, if you want to call it that. The finishes are stunning. It is just an incredible location. The amenity package is quite impressive. I'll tell you about that in a second. But what I can say, it is a 5-building complex. It is comprised of 193 condos and 5 townhouses. Amenities include a concierge, doorman, parking, fitness center, and a 25-meter swimming pool, golf simulator, garden, residence lounge, and children's playroom. Just anecdotally, the seller paid a little over $16 million in December of 2016. So the other number 1 contract was apartment 37A at 200 Amsterdam Avenue. This sponsor unit has a little over 5,400 square feet. It includes 5 bedrooms and 5.5 bathrooms. A large entertaining space opens onto a 116-foot long terrace overlooking Central Park. And the unit has 10-foot ceilings and spectacular views in all directions. 200 Amsterdam is a new condo with 112 units on 52 floors, and closings have started. The amenities at 200 Amsterdam Avenue include a concierge, fitness center, a 75-foot sailing pool, children's playroom, private dining room, and residence lounge, plus a pet grooming room, because who doesn't need a pet grooming room? And also, can I just say that a sailing pool, how nice for those of us that worry about chlorine and what it does to our hair and our skin. It would be so nice to have a sailing pool, don't you think so? Thumbs up for sailing pool. Let's talk about the number 2 contract. It was 14C at 115 Central Park West. It was asking $18.25 million. It was listed on November 1st. Why is that important? Well, if you think about it, that's a pretty quick turnaround for such an expensive apartment. That is not very much time on the market. If you follow my State of the Market reports, you know that these luxury properties typically take far longer. So this co-op has a 30-foot living room, a library, a master suite with a solarium overlooking Central Park. It also features a 23-foot eat-in kitchen and a 28-foot formal dining room. The unit is purportedly in very good condition, and the building, if you're curious, is known as the Majestic. Its amenities include doorman, updated fitness center, children's playroom, rooftop solarium with herb garden, and terrace overlooking Central Park, courtyard garden, and on-site management. I'm really curious about that herb garden. Does that mean if you need some herbs, you can just go up there and get some? I would be curious to know if you could do that. I would like that. I would like it if I am out of basil or something, or mint. I would love to be able to just run upstairs and grab that off the plant. Let's just go through some really quick statistics for last week. The total weekly asking price sales volume was $217,379,999. The average asking price was $8,051,111. The median asking price was $5,900,000. And the average discount from original ask to last asking price is 2%. Wow, okay, so last time we talked, it was 1%. So this is really interesting. In 2021, it was not at all uncommon to see the discount being, something closer to 4 or 5%. So this is really interesting. Last time I mentioned, is this a trend? I guess we have to see, don't we? Because we don't have a crystal ball, but it is interesting. 2 weeks in a row, we're seeing this kind of decrease, let's say that, in the discount on the last asking price. The average days on the market continues to be 400 and relatively high. In this case, 469. So with that number 2 contract at 115 Central Park West, the fact that that came on in November is noteworthy. So again, not a trend, but very interesting. Okay, that is it for the luxury market for last week. So now we're going to move on to the Manhattan market for last week. Well, it continues to be a seller's market. We're seeing an uptick, about 24% uptick in inventory. 361 properties came on the market last week. There were 174 contracts signed. That's down a little over 26%. Off-market properties still remain relatively high, 230. That is up over 53%. Hard to know what that's all about. Again, are people overpriced and they're disappointed, and so they are sitting on the market in a market that's supposedly their market? Sellers, it's your market. Buyers, hopefully we'll get some more inventory and make your life easier. But for right now, we are really looking very strongly at a seller's market. It may be that we're going to see an end of this low inventory coming into 2022. It'll be interesting to see if this inventory remains low. It will put pressure on the prices. So let's see what happens to the inventory in the coming weeks. It's still very early in the year. However, as I said, this is a market that is favoring the sellers. We are still very low when it comes to inventory. And if we get more inventory, that will definitely improve the picture, certainly for the buyers. Sellers, what I can say to you is if you're on the market and you're just sitting on the market, no reason for that. You should take a look at your price. If you've been on the market a few weeks and you don't have offers, that should tell you that you are priced too high for this market. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that's the truth. So now let's talk about Brooklyn. Wow, the inventory is up over 70%. Still not a lot. 283 properties came on the market last week and 211 contracts were signed. That is up 61%. There are still 184 properties off market. And get ready, this figure is up 159%. Brooklyn, even more than Manhattan, this is a seller's market. This is definitely true pressure on the supply and demand. And we'll have to see what happens, just like with Manhattan. Are we going to see more properties come on the market? That would certainly be great for buyers. Sellers, I'm going to give you the same advice that I gave the Manhattan sellers. This is your market, and you don't have a tremendous amount of competition. So before you do have a lot of competition, adjust your price and get your place sold. This is a great market for you. We are definitely seeing pressure on prices, so take advantage, buyers. I don't mean to suggest that buyers can't be successful in this market, but you definitely have to be ready. You have to be willing to move quickly. And in some cases, you have to be willing to pay more than the asking price. Okay, that is it for this week's look at the New York City state of the real estate market. If you have any questions, post them below. Always happy to answer them. If you have any specific questions about the market, how it might affect your position, be sure to let me know and I'd be happy to speak with you about that. I will be back with more New York City state of the market real estate news. In the meantime, take care.